Trump and the American people have long wanted something Congress doesn't: term limits to end career politicians. 6 years for representatives and 12 years for senators. Our founders envisioned Congress a part-time service job, not a lucrative career. Will term limits happen? Probably not. Term limits would take a convention of the states, a constitutional amendment. I'm not foolish enough to underestimate President Trump pulling off a political miracle, but the realist in me doesn't see a slam dunk path here. Lawmakers, though, have paid lip service to the idea. Few ever mean it. Here's turncoat Republican Senator Susan Collins 28 years ago in 1996.
If I'm elected, I will only serve 2 terms, regardless of whether a term limits law, a constitutional amendment passes or not.
And almost 30 years later, Collins is running for her 6th term in the Senate. The term limit chimera lives on. While being a politician in Washington has been a lifelong career for roughly 75% of Congress. Here's outgoing Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell just this year.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator Benny.
The Democrats are no better. They're nearly 90 and cracking hips in hallways. Look at Pelosi. You see, being a career politician pays. And it's not the $174,000 a year salary that makes millionaires. It's in years of insider trading and board memberships to spouses and children. They've even made apps to help you invest, like a Pelosi or a Crenshaw. Pelosi's stock portfolio in 2023 went up 45%. Crenshaw's allegedly went up 41%. So on top of this, lawmakers also tried to push their salaries up a notch just a few weeks ago in their continuing resolution.
It's supposed to be about keeping government operations open and providing disaster relief aid to hurricane victims, which I'm sympathetic to. But if you read the bill carefully, it contains pay raises for members of Congress, and I'm not making this up, an expansion of their federal health benefits.
They wanted to raise their salaries to just under $250,000 a year. Both sides wanted raises, citing a slew of practical reasons.
And yet, trying to maintain 2 places to live, have clothes in 2 places, have a car in 2 places, it's very difficult.
When I got to Congress, I realized, holy smokes, that comes out of my pocket without reimbursement.
And you're not allowed to write off any of the expenses.
I've had a roommate every time I've rented an apartment. Upwards of 100 Congress members actually sleep in their office because it's expensive.
You know what? Good. I hope it's difficult. Because being in Congress is about service. Serving the voters is not about your comfort. I hope it's uncomfortable. That would make sure that it was a part-time job. And if we eliminate insider trading, then we'd start to see who really wants to serve. You see, our founders hated the idea of career politicians. That's why they gave Congress only the bare minimum. Between 1789 and 1855, Congress was paid a per diem, not a salary. $6 per day. That's $215 in today's money, but add in also travel expenses. But that's all. That's what a member of Congress made. In 1816, Congress voted to give lawmakers a salary to move away from that per diem model, and supporters argued a flat salary would prevent lawmakers from dragging sessions out to collect their per diem. But voters were livid. They had gone from compensating Congress in today's dollars about $20,000 a year per lawmaker in per diem to a salary of about $32,000 a year.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.